Good day. Welcome to the PSG World Offshore Performance Overview for July 2023. Global equities were mostly up for the month as market sentiment remained positive. The MSCI ACWI ended the month 3.66% higher and the MSCI World ended 3.36% higher. Emerging markets outperformed developed markets for the month after posting a 6.23% return. The S&P 500 was up by 3.21% and the FTSE 100 was up by 2.35%. Asian markets were mixed for the month as Japanese equities lost 4 basis points while Hong Kong equities rallied over 7%. Global property was up by 4.24%. In fixed income markets, the World Government Bond Index was up by 33 basis points, while investment grade bonds were up by 50 basis points. Emerging market bonds were up by 2.01% for the month. Over the month, value outperformed growth, with the main driver coming from small cap value counters. Growth continues to outperform value year to date. The largest underperformance year to date comes from large cap value counters, which are only up by 7.51%, while large cap growth counters are up by 32.83%. Looking at highlights for the month, the top performing manager is PIMCO and Baillie Gifford, while 91 continues to struggle year to date. 10 funds were included in our quantitative radar, which included 5 funds from 91. None of our funds were included in our qualitative radar. Global Preserver Fund of Fund USD class outperformed the sector by 12 basis points, and 3 out of 5 funds outperformed the sector. On the other hand, the GBP class underperformed the over the month by 69 basis points, with none of the funds outperforming the sector. The ranking table is still dominated by first and second quartile performance over the long term, with both classes being in the first quartile over their recommended investment period. The Global Moderate Fund of Fund underperformed its sector by 2 basis points in July, as 3 out of 6 underlying managers outperformed the sector. The fund has managed to produce second quartile performance over its 5-year recommended investment period. The Global Flexible Fund of Fund USD class outperformed the sector by 23 basis points, with 3 out of 7 managers outperforming. The GBP class also outperformed the sector with 3 out of 7 managers outperforming. The ranking table is still dominated by first and second quartile performance over the long term, and both funds are in the first quartile over their 7-year recommended investment period. The Global Creator Fund of Fund underperformed the sector by 17 basis points, with only 3 out of 10 of the underlying managers outperforming for the month. The fund is still in the first quartile over its recommended investment period. The solutions continue to produce first and second quartile performance over the long term and have performed relatively well over their respective recommended investment periods. Looking at our 3-pillar approach, even with the volatility this year, the team are still achieving their objective of delivering consistent above average performance at below average risk while maintaining a competitive price. Thank you.